And good afternoon. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter along with Keith Fusel on a beautiful Friday to get you ready for the three-day race weekend here at Laurel Park. No rain in the forecast this weekend. Going to be hot, fast and firm. Bunch of big fields on our world-class turf course. How are you?
I'm doing well, doing well. Some very competitive fields all the way through. Nice job by the racing office for this weekend's card. I think some prices are in order. Really contentious races are on tap. But yeah, 88 heating up, getting in the 90s. You said a little bit of a heat dome kind of hovering around us here in the Mid-Atlantic region.
All right, good to be back. I was out last Sunday at the Maryland Horse Breeders Yearling Show at Timonium last Sunday. Congratulations to Bob Manfuso and Katie Valls out there at Chanceland Farm. They had a big day at the Yearling Show last Sunday. They won the Grand Champion with a Maryland-bred colt by Fed Biz, and one of the classes, Manfuso, was 1, 2, 3. So breeding some nice horses out there at Chanceland. Of course, they bred Catherine Sophia, the Kentucky Oaks winner, a couple years ago. So good to see the young ones coming up. Kind of like the combines. Checking out the young ones, scouting out the young ones.
Just doing a little bit of a projector. You know, that's what you try to do. See what they're going to bring in the future. So yeah, looks like they're. They got their hands set. They're ready to go.
Yep, Saratoga Bob. Looking forward to a big summer. Okay, here we go. Let's show you what's going on here. A week from this Saturday here at Laurel Park, Saturday, July 7th. We have a couple nice stake races for you. The $100,000 Stormy Blues Stakes for fillies, 3-year-old fillies, going 5.5 on the turf, and then we have the $75,000 Concern Stakes for straight 3-year-olds, going 7 furlongs on the main track. So couple nice open stakes next Saturday here at Laurel.
Oh, yeah, looking forward to that. We got some up-and-comers around here in this region, so I'm interested to see what hits the entry box for both of these stakes.
All right, the noms are out. We'll take entries for it next Wednesday, so a week from this Saturday. Going to be a big day. Looking forward to a big weekend here this weekend. The best crab feast of the summertime, that's coming up later on in July 28th, 1 to 5 in the afternoon out here on the grandstand apron. We'll have the 10 over you, so it won't be too hot, but you'll have some fresh, hot, steamed Maryland blue crabs, $66 a person. If you get your tickets before July 21st, then it's only $71 a ticket after that. That's all you can eat. Beer included, some other good food, fried chicken. That's the best. Some jailbreak beers as well. Looking forward to a big crab feast.
You're not going to find a better value than that. I'm telling you, sit down, go to a restaurant around here and try to say, oh, I'm going to give you $60 around there. Let me just have all the beer and all the crabs. They're going to say, hit the road, sucker. No, we're going to take you in here, and we'll give you that at Laurel Park.
All right, let's show you both tracks here this afternoon. Fast and firm all weekend long here at Laurel Park. I'm expecting some fast times on that firm turf course this weekend.
That thing should be tight. Yep.
So 87, sunny, no rain, fast and firm. First race post 110. Also, we have a nice little carryover. That'll start in race 3 today, the Super High 5 carryover. That's a little over 2,000. Low 15% takeout on that Super High 5. There it is. That's going to start in race 3 today. Every race with 7 or more horses. So Super High 5 will start in race 3 today. Let's get right to it here. Race 1's going to kick off the early pick 5. Both your pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Your best bet with that industry low 12% takeout. And it's always a mandatory payout here on the early pick 5 starting in race 1. A nice maiden special weight for 3-year-olds and upward here in the opener, going a mile on the main track. We have a video spotlight to show you the 2, Toe Curl and Kiss, going to be one of the favorites here in the opener. Toe Curl and Kiss and My Good Man coming out of a same race May 24th at Pimlico. Here's the video of Toe Curl and Kiss.
Yeah, the field kind of just spurted away, quarter pole, and both of these horses drop back a little around the turn. You've got the gray Toe Curl and Kiss, and just to the outside you've got My Good Man. They both finish up willingly, both kind of churning on, looking for that extra ground. I think the mile suits both of these horses when you really take a look at the breeding, both by Curlin on the bottom side, certainly bred to handle the extra ground. So My Good Man, a slight edge to him. He's got that extra race under his belt, that turf route June the 10th. Didn't fare too well here at Laurel, but I like to transition back to the dirt.
Okay, let's check out our picks here for the opener. I'm 4, 2, 3, 5. You have the 5 on top. Let's start there. My Good Man. All right, well, you just touched on that from the video. Mary Epler, she's red hot. Her and Caramanos, as always, doing well. They're 20% together recently.
No, they're always a tough combination. I think we got Paige McKinney running up at Monmouth.
Yeah, in the Island.
In the Island. He looks well spotted there. he'll add to his bankroll. It certainly looks like, yeah. But my good man, I just think this horse, I give a slight edge. We talked about the extra race under its belt, the route at ground. Tatr and Kiss. Here's a little stat, though, for Motion. 4 for 19 and 12 for 19 on the dirt route to sprint in their second career start. So that's a good little angle for Motion. Tatr and Kiss. Good luck, Jonathan, the 3-horse. You know, he really hasn't done anything wrong. He's 0 for 11. He's handled sprints. He's handled routes. Ran into a Platinum Pound. That was the Kelly Rubley horse, the favorite. Got the better of him at last time out at a mile. I think this horse works well. Might be the speed of the race when you all break it down.
Motion with 2 nice runners in the opener. I go with the first-time starter, the 4, Santley Samurai, a 3-year-old colt, a homebred for Stone Farm down there in Kentucky. This colt's by First Samurai out of a St. Liam mare. The mare didn't run, but she's been a nice producer. This guy's got a couple older siblings. One made $116,000, another one made over $80,000, and they must like the way this one looks because this guy's got a younger full sibling. They bred back the First Samurai. So I think a well-bred first-time starter from the Motion barn. You get Fergal Lynch. They're awfully good together, Lynch and Motion. I'll go with the 4 Santley Samurai on top here in race 1. Nice maiden special weight to get things going. Let's turn the page here. Race 2. We'll start the early pick 4. We're on the main track, 6 furlongs, claiming 5,000. Filly mares 3 and up. Never won 2 Lifetime. And I go with the favorite here, the 3 Patriotic Heart for trainer Dale Capuano, Weston Hamilton. Hamilton and Dale Cap, they could have a big day. They got a couple live runners today. And they got the money with this filly first time out back in April here at Laurel Park, and then tried the turf against Starter Allowance Company. That was too tough. And then tried the 12-5 2 Life at Delaware last out. An okay 4th as the beaten favorite up there. Gets another drop here today. The 3 Patriotic Heart, my top pick.
Yeah, in race 2, we're going to scratch the 4 Long Shot She Be Sassy and the 6 Local Thriller. So down to a field of 5. And Patriotic Heart, yeah, certainly was hampered a little bit by that break last time at Delaware Park. A little bit of a hop in the air. Went up it, but no real excuse. Got position around the turn. I just didn't like the finish of Patriotic Heart. We're going to jam right back down to the nickel off the 12-5. 0 for 9 the last 2 years with 50% droppers is Dale Cap at this lower level. 4 for 9 in the money with the sprinters, I should say, on the dirt at this level. I'll go, I think Soft Landing is going to be around a long time, but Cassie Cottonwood finally maybe gets the second win in the 23rd try here for Claudio. A little of improvement last time. Now going turf to dirt. That's been a strong angle. He hits almost 40% with that with a positive ROI. The second try, I should say first try off the claim back in March wasn't too bad at a 7 furlong distance. I think this horse is going to be able to stalk the speed. Little shorter fielder, Soft Landing, and Patriotic Heart do battle up front. Cassie Cottonwood might be the beneficiary of that.
All right, I like the 7 as well. We like some similar horses there in race 2. Let's turn the page here. Race 3, we're back on the turf. Big field here, going a mile and a 16th on the Exceller turf course. Rail at 70 feet. We kick off the rolling super high 5 here in race 3. That carryover $2,049. That's a low 15% takeout. And if they don't hit it here in race 3, it'll carry over to the next race with 7 or more horses, which that's not the 4th race. That'll be race 5 if they don't hit it here in the 3rd race. So keep your eye on that super high 5 throughout the day. Let's take a look at the 3rd, claiming $16,000 for 3-year-olds or older horses. Never won 3, and I go with the 1 Sir Brahms on top for Jamie Nass. Daniel Centeno will ride just 3-year-old. A nice win on the turf last out at Delaware against 16,000 2 Life. Well spotted here today. I think Centeno will get a ground-saving forwardly placed trip here on my top pick, the 1 Sir Brahms.
Yeah, user, no doubt. Had a little early trouble around the first turn, but did get the help of a duel up in front and was able to kind of get by the horse coming off of a layoff that was dueling. That was the second place finisher, G-Bob. They were well clear of the rest, so an okay number. 69 buyer works against this field. I'll go to the inside with the 2 Dale Cap. We're going to try to catch him at a little bigger price here. Going to go against him with Patriotic Heart as a short price in race 2. Come back here, and this is what I like. Here's a little stat for Dale for Bushmill Giant. We've got that, guys? Do we we have a stat here
Fire
for Dale?
away. We have it.
Okay.
It's coming.
3 for 14 on the turf and 7 for 14 in the money with turf runners. over 180-day layoff. There's what I like. The ROI, though, Stan, close to $5. That's the value that I like to see. Some good works leading into this. Last time was seen back in November on a good turf course. We're going to get firmer ground today. Had dead aim. It just faded against, I thought it was a better bunch. The Feel Proud has moved up of recent note. Beltway Bob has been competitive. I like Bushmill Giant from somewhere mid-pack.
Coming off the layoff, Toledo give this 5-year-old son of Giants Causeway a smart ground-saving trip from the inside. So I like the 2 as well. I have the 10 on my exact on the far outside here. Keep it up for trainer Tom Morley. Forrest Boyce will ride this 4-year-old. A nice win at the Fairgrounds last December. I was against 15,000 to life. Been rested and freshened since then. A couple nice 5-furlong workouts right here at Laurel Park coming into this race. I think the 10, if ready to go off the layoff, in a good spot here coming off the layoff.
Yeah, I guess the positive lifetime best last time was able to kind of rate and closed into really soft fractions. So I like that. This horse is looking for a little bit more flow up front. Question mark, I just don't know who he beat down there. Oscarific, the second place finisher, came back. I think the one on the drop, and that was on the dirt. So keep it up. I'll use underneath in the exact. So I'm going to throw the 8 in there as a price. Mr. Magician for Trombetta. Third back off of a layoff. Last time out was a little too close, I thought, against Better. Takes a little further back. I think a more sustainable run is in store today. If you look at this last time for this tag, he ran a 70 buyer. That's good enough for here.
Sure.
So that's good.
And we both like the 7, My Own Lane. Luis Rodriguez on this 6-year-old, gelding by Broken Vow for Neil Morris. A big, good-looking win coming off the layoff right here at Laurel Park, and ran a good second last out at Pimlico. I think rounding into a top fig, right, a top effort today, the 7, My Own Lane.
One thing you got, he's been consistent off the layoff. You know you're going to get a little run at him. Is it going to be quite good enough? He's going to have to improve off of that 64 that tried 2 back, but he's trying at least. Some of these other ones really, really sketchy recent form.
All right, let's take a look at race 4. Race 4 is a monster 3 other than allowance condition for filly and mares 3 and up, going 5.5 furlongs on the main track. You like the late pick or the middle pick 4 here, starting in race 4. Let's take a look at your ticket, see how you played it.
And it may take a little bit more than $18 to take down any of these multi-race gimmicks. This is a tough little card. We're going to get you started 3 deep in race 4, staying with the 3, 5, and 6. I think Everlasting Secret. It's going to be tough right back. It's the speed of the speed. 5th race, the 2, 3, and 5. Why, you ask? Hip Hop, your price user, is the 5. Delightful Lana. Then we're going to pare it down. Two horses in the 6th and the 7th. We're going to go Jack Harmon, 1, 5, and 1, 5 in races 6 and 7. That's an $18 ticket.
All right, nice sequence, a nice 3 other than allowance to start it off, and it ends in a nice turf route allowance there in race 7. So nice action here on the middle pick 4. This is one of our features of the day. We have a video spotlight to show you of the 3, Haley's Flip. You have this filly on top for Gary Capuano. Here's the race last August right here at Laurel Park.
August the 19th, and really makes a good move in this race, stalking the pace. Haley's Flip with Crab Cakes. Is this the right race? No, that's not the right race. August 19th to 7th. Guys, we can scrap that. That would have been race 7. Haley's Flip, though, I'll tell you what happened that day, though. Made a good, trip, a stalking trip off of Crab Cakes. It was red hot at the time. Drew right alongside, actually got clear after half of a mile. Couldn't quite hold on, but I think Haley's Flip poised second time off the layoff, went back and watched that race at Delaware, had a little trouble through the stretch, and here's a little stat for Gary Cap. 3 for 11 and 5 for 11 in the money. Optional claimers, second after a layoff. That's a 27% strike rate with an ROI of 267.
She got good last year as a 3-year-old, and now second off the layoff today as a 4-year-old. I like her a little bit, the 3, Haley's Flip, and I'm not going to give up on the 2, Anna's Bandit. Great notion filly here for Jerry Robb. Robb bred this filly. He owns this filly with his wife, Gina Robb. Xavier Perez has won a bunch of races on this filly. She was very good earlier this year. She won the Conniver here at Laurel Park, won that stake at Charlestown, and they ran a decent third in the very one on Preakness Day in the slop at Pimlico, and they tried to turf last out, and she didn't run too bad, but maybe it wasn't her game. Now gets back to the dirt. We know she likes the dirt. I like the 2, Anna's Bandit here in this tough 3 other than allowance because she's a 5-time winner here at Laurel Park.
Yeah, we called 10 Hut the other day, turf to dirt for
Yep.
Jerry Robb, if we're
Yep.
not mistaken, an okay price for Victor Carrasco. So, yeah, can she get up at the 5.5 against a group of this quality? That's my biggest concern, but she's another one. I'm not going to leave her out of the exactas underneath. I think Everlasting Secret goes a long way, the speed of the speed. Pink Mama out of that same race at Delaware made a nice move into it. Really a grueling duel around the turn and into the stretch. Actually took it past mid-stretch just to fade light. 5.5 furlongs, perfect. This horse, man, it doesn't matter where she runs. She's always running well. She's going to be forward a long way.
Yeah, you get Centron on the 5, and the 4, Renaissance Rosie, is going to run first off the claim today for trainer Cal Lynch. She's 2 wins, 2 seconds from 4 starts here at Laurel Park. Julian Pimentel, he's won on this filly before. She's won this 3 other than allowance condition. She won a 3 other than here at Laurel last November, so she's in for the tag. She has the back class. The 4, Renaissance Rosie, is going to be tough here in the 4th.
Just absolutely coasted at Pimlico. Claim, now we're going to go for 32, but I'm just something here is I'm a little leery of this horse, and she could get bounded. She could be a stout favorite in here. I just didn't know. I had trouble with this race, lining this race. I don't see a whole lot separating her. She could be a much shorter price, but I'm not willing to take it this afternoon.
All right, so a tough 3 other than allowance race hit there in the 4th to kick off that middle pick 4. Let's get a quick commercial break. The Rainbow pick 6, no carryover. They keep hitting that here at Laurel Park. That's going to start race 5 today. I like the late pick 5. That starts in race 6. We'll take a look at all that right after this.
This is great for the game.
All right, welcome back. The Rainbow Pick 6 players here at Laurel Park, they've been awfully sharp recently. They keep taking this down. Seems like every day, nice $2,000-$3,000 score. No carryover today in the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. That'll start here in race 5, a nice 5.5 furlong turf sprint on the bowl game turf course rail at 17 feet here in the 5th. This race, a $25,000 starter allowance contest for filly and mares. Never won 3 is the condition. We have a video spotlight to show you of the 3, Hip Hop, who's my top pick here in the 5th race. 3-year-old filly by Drosselmeyer for John Salzman. Daniel Centeno will ride. Here's the effort against Allowance Company in her last race, June 8th here at Laurel Park.
It was bet down on May the 5th and won, and then stepped it up in a tougher array other than. I just think this was the downfall here, the trip stand. Hung out wide, had the 12 posts in a field of 12, and just was hung wide against very good internal fractions, 22, 145, and 1. But you know what? It was trying. I mean, just kind of circled up wide, 4 wide. Chased very willingly, I thought, to the end. Drops down inside. We've got some speed just to her inside with Why You Ask. Sluicer, I think those 2 go out, set an honest pace. I think Hip Hop will be able to save a lot of ground today, maybe tip out and make a sharper run on this little bit of a drop back in class.
Yeah, had a little freshening after that March 4th race at Laurel Park where she didn't run very well, but they brought her back to the races May 5th with a big win, and yeah, she ran respectable at 10-1 last out against a tougher allowance group, so she gets a little class relief today. She gets Centeno back aboard. Centeno won on this filly a couple starts ago. We both have the 3, Hip Hop, on top here in race 5. The 2, we have a 3-2 exacta here in the 5th. Edwin Gonzalez on this filly for Anthony Ferrier. Nice win in her turf debut last out. Claimed that day by Anthony Ferrier, and he has her well spotted here first off the claim.
Yeah, and the odd thing about this horse is, running well, but in for the tag. Dale reached back a couple of starts, then dropped after a good race. You wonder here with Why You Ask, but we liked her last time, liked the breeding there, top and bottom for the grass, didn't disappoint at all. Gutsy win by a nose. Will this horse still be able to perform now in the Farrier barn? I think she's going to be forward a long way. She might go ahead and just let Sluicer go to the front. Whatever she wants to do, it looks like, with the jock. I think he can kind of dictate. He's got enough speed, I think, if he actually wants to go, but he'll probably just take off the 6. But, key scratches in here, though, too, for race number 5. Scratch the entry, the 1 Magician Vanity, the 1-8 Go Magician Go, and also scratch the 4 Misty on point.
All right, so 3-2. We both like the 8 as well on the outside. Dangerous Woman. How about this guy, John Stevens, shipping down here from Monmouth Park? This guy means business. He won a stake last Saturday. He's a perfect 3 for 3, so you better pay attention to this barn. John Stevens coming from Monmouth. He might be dangerous here with the 8, Dangerous Woman.
Yeah, Dangerous Woman, John Stevens. Last time out behind Wantock Queen, well, that was a horse that ran for a little bit higher claiming level, I believe, last summer in New York in condition races and was competitive. There's enough speed. This horse shortened up last time. Enjoyed that. Did a little change of tactics. Got this horse to rate and make her run. I think there's some finishes in store for her, as well as the 5 Delightful Anna. Another one I think is going to be better going back to the turf. I think this is her preferred surface, and she can rally into it at a price.
All right, so a nice turf sprint there to kick off the pick 6. I like the late pick 5 today. That starts in race 6 with that industry low 12% takeout, and both your pick 5s here at Laurel Park. So the late pick 5 will start in race 6. Here's my ticket, a $48 play. I'm going to go 4 deep here in race 6. It's a nice, tough, open 15,000 claimer, 5.5 on the dirt. The 6 is my top pick, Worley, but the 1, Final Form, the 2, the Great Provider, and the 5, Sir Orinoco, coming off the layoff at a nice attractive 8-1 there on the 5. So I go 1, 2, 5, 6 there in race 6. Nice first level allowance going long on the Exceller Turf course in race 7. I go 4 deep in there with the 1, 2, 9, 12. The 9, my top pick. That's Tennessee Wildcat at 10-1. This horse was very good on the turf last year. Now has had a couple races under his belt this year. Gets back to the turf today for Hammy Smith. I like the 9, Tennessee Wildcat, my top pick there in race 7, but going 4 deep, using the 1, 2, 9, 12. Nice maiden special weight there in race 8. I think I have it covered pretty well with the 5, 6, 9. Race 9, our feature of the day, a 2 other than allowance, 5.5 turf sprint on the bowl game turf course. I'm going to key on the 6, My Taiwan On, for Jane Sabelli and Georgie Vargas Jr. Not much speed there in race 9. I think the 6, My Taiwan On, is the most dangerous speed. So I'll key on that filly. And then race 10's a maiden 25 filly mares, 5.5 on the Exceller. I'll go outside and inside. The 1, Kunetsov with Pino aboard. It's going to be the favored, but the 11, Nightmare, good second at this level last out with Danielson Deno aboard. So going with the 111 there in race 10. So very affordable. $48 play for my late pick 5. Let's see if I can get live here in the 6th race, claiming 15,000, 3 and up, wide open, 5.5 on the main track. Let's check out our picks here for the 6th race. I go with the 6, Worley, on top. The 7-year-old son of Speightstown is a 3-time winner here at Laurel Park. A good second last out at Pimlico. This is the 3rd start in the Kevin Patterson barn. A nice allowance win at Mountaineer. First off the claim back on May 1st. So this will be the 3rd race back this year. Looks like Patterson has this old-timer in good form for Robert Cole. Pimentel will ride. I like the 6, Worley, on top.
Worley, I thought he would win that race last time. Just ran out of ground. A grinding run, just came up a little bit short behind Adversary. I'll use that one underneath. I think there's plenty of speed signed on for this race, especially with the 2, the Great Provider, and the 4, Zen Papa, going first off the claim for Mark Reed. Even the outside horse waiting on 1 has shown speed, plenty of speed in the past. May try to rate today, though. I'll be interested to see what that horse does with Fergal Lynch, whether he'll go ahead and take back and stalk us. I don't think he's just quite as fast as the 2 and the 4 right now. They've got a lot of gate speed. I think it sets it up for the 1. Final Form, first off the claim for Noah Abramson. He's been fine off of a small sample. This horse can run on any type of surface. I think this 6, 5.5 is a perfect spot for him, especially against this field. I expected him to be a little bit closer last time, but little double jump up in here doesn't concern me. You go way back on the form. He's beaten these kind of horses before. I think he'll settle 4 or 5 out of it, make a steady progression into him, and wear him down late. Orinoco, I think, is the major danger. He's fresh. Looks like he's working lights out. Talked to Mark Lapidus a little bit before. He says, it's kind of a tough horse to figure, but they're protecting him. I think he gets the perfect flow, some questionable form also in this field. I like Sorinoco. He's going to come down off of that 8-1 with the scratch of the 3, Parade of Nations.
All right, so we like the same horses here. Yeah, the 5's been working lights out, a 47-2 half-mile drill from the gate right here at Laurel on June 15th. So it looks like Juralis has his 6-year-old ready to fire. Lightly raced a 6-year-old, but he's a 5-time winner. 3 of those wins right here at Laurel Park. It's a nice open 15,000 claimer here in
Right.
race 6. I go 4 deep, 1, 2, 5, 6 to kick off my late pick
All right.
5. Race 7 will kick off to late pick 4. Nice first level allowance contest for 3-year-olds and upward, going a mile and a 16th on the Exceller turf course rail at 70 feet. The 9, Tennessee Wildcat, my top pick here. This 4-year-old son of Twirling Candy got very good last year for trainer Hammy Smith as a 3-year-old. Nice, broke his maiden last July here at Laurel against Maiden Special Weight Company. A good third on a yielding turf course to behind Dat Melody and Do That Dance, two proven turf routers, and then won 2 in a row against Starter Allowance Company, firm turf course and a yielding turf course win last November. And then Hammy gave this horse the winner off. He's had 2 races under his belt. Hammy's been trying to get him on the turf. They came off the turf late April, but Hammy kept the horse in, and then kept the horse in again here at Laurel Park June 1st when they came off the turf. That means he's trying to keep that turf preference state.
Yes.
When they stay in, when they scratch. He's dying to run on the turf. Tennessee Wildcat's going to get the turf today. Don't worry about the rider falling off last time. That happens. He gets Edwin Gonzalez back aboard today. I like the 9, Tennessee Wildcat, I think, sitting on a big effort getting back to the turf today.
And those last 2 races, with the dash there from his last race, that's going to dirty the form up a little bit, and that should help your price for Tennessee Wildcat. And this is a race, really not a whole lot of speed in it whatsoever. I think he can be kind of getting himself into stalking position. He's done well from there before. I thought this was a really, really, really tough race. You've got the one going to be first-time reported gelding for Delacour off of a layoff. Little stat for him. He's 1 for 7 and 5 for 7 in the money with this kind of layoff, a plus 108-day layoff on the turf route, I should say, in allowance competition. Caught the right kind. You see a good third to Just Howard way back last May. Comes out of a race in the prior to the layoff on November 3rd was good enough to do that dance. Has been competitive in 2 other than. Even the race at Keeneland with Trouble is good. I think Surprise Twist will be up around the pace a long, long way with Daniel Centeno. I like the 5 though. You got Dorothy Wharton, not a household name, in against the likes of Delacour and Matz and Lynch, and Mary Epler. So this horse might just kind of fall away at a little bit of a price.
Sure.
And I like the 2-back try. What is it? 5 horses came back out of that race to
Big
win.
Yeah.
2 of them won on the grass, including Catane, who won for Open 20. Well, that Open 20 included a horse by the name of Intrepid Citizen, who took plenty of play in a 2 other than the other day. Had some trouble through the stretch. So I think feel proud. I would like to see a little bit more pace, in this race, but I like the company that he beat on May the 3rd. I like him as a little upset shot here in the 7th.
Yeah, gets reacquainted with Pimentel once again today. Pimentel's won on this horse. His last 2 wins came with Pimentel aboard. So I don't have the 5 in my top 4, but I did like the horse, just didn't get to him. But you're playing a deeper pick 5, pick 4 to take it. I think the 5, Feel Proud, absolutely you have to like at 8-1. We both like the 1, Surprise Twist, and now we both like the 12 on the outside here, Appa for Jane Sibeli. This horse is going to take a lot of play. Vargas Sibeli, of course, they'll take a lot of money, and Sibeli's had this horse in phenomenal form his last several races down there at Gulfstream. So he's been rested since that last race in late April. He's been working. Don't worry about those slow works up there at Monmouth Park. It's a top outfit. You can bet Sibeli has this 5-year-old ready to go.
We always wonder, a little bit inflated number. I'm not so sure about those fields down there, but he's shown he can kind of make a run into it with pace, without pace, but he draws all the way out there. It's going to be, you need a masterful ride to get up in time for the 12. Appa. What about, I don't even mention the 7, Daddy's Cozy. Here's a horse 2 races back. It was right behind Battle of Blenheim. Well, that horse, I think, came back to win and run a 91 and then a 91 again and a 2 other than. So Battle of Blenheim kept the right kind of a form. This is second off of layoff. The 8 Belfort intrigues me. Maybe it's that kind of just real stranger. And as we said, not a lot of speed in this race. Maybe Belfort with a Casa will go ahead and be hard sent. Is half to a multiple turf winner. I think this is okay. This horse is going to be okay moving to the grass.
All right, several horses you can make a case for here in race 7. A big field going long on the Exceller turf course to kick off the late pick 4. Nice maiden special weight for 3-year-old fillies here in race 8 to kick off the final pick 3. We're going a flat mile on the main track here in race 8. I go with the 5, 6, 9. and for my pick 5, and you have the 569 on top as well. We both have a 5694 Super here. The 5 Timeless Curls, 2 very good races. They bet this filly off the screen, and both are races. She was bet down to 8-5 favorite in debut. A good second in the slop behind DJ's favorite, who would come back to win, and then a good third last out here at Laurel Park, bet down to about 3-5 that day. I think her speed's going to be dangerous. Curlin filly stretching out to a mile today, and get 5 pounds off with the Bug Boy Weston Hamilton. Weston and Dale Cap a solid 32% together here at Laurel Park.
You see Gilded Time on the bottom side, maybe hedging a little bit towards sprint, but I like this filly at the mile distance. Comes out of two quicker races. The flow's going to be just fine for her. She'll be able to stretch her legs. I think she can kind of scoot away from the field around the turn and then hold on late off of the closers. Parapente, the 6, the 9 Aerial Assets. Look at that horse's company lines. Last time out, October 29th. You've got Sultry and Maya Mischief. Well, Maya Mischief, that second place finisher, I think has galloped, 2 races, the most recent 2, won the Grade 2 Beldame. No, I'm sorry, the Grade 2 8 Bells, I should say, running a 97 Backwell Derby weekend. Kept the right kind of company before the layoff. Kelly Breen, he's sneaky. He comes in here. When he comes in, he's live.
Sure. If he has this filly ready to go off the layoff, she'll be awfully tough. So we both like the 9, the 6 Parapente for the red-hot Kelly Rubley. Rubley 5 for 12 here at the meet, and overall she's 9 for 12 in the money. So 42% winning outfit here with the 6 Parapente. A big effort back in late April. Has been freshened since then. Some nice works up there at Fair Hill.
Yeah, she caught the right field last time out. Was able to kind of get the lead. Didn't go really fast, but was awfully game to the end. Got beat by that Mary Epler horse, Data Damsel. But Parapente, I think, is going to have to revert to closing tactics in this field.
All right, let's turn the page. Feature of the day here in race 9. One of our features. We have that 3 other than in race 4. Nice 2 other than allowance feature here in race 9 to kick off the late daily double. We're going 5.5 furlongs on the bowl game turf course rail at 17 feet. This race for 3 and up. 2 other than allowance condition. We have a video spotlight on my top pick, but you like this filly as well. The 6 My Tie went on. Let's show you the race from June 8th right here at Laurel Park. A good second at this level as your 6-5 favored. And here's the race from June 8th right here at Laurel.
It was dueling to the inside of Jarvis Steele. Jarvis Steele ran a big one this day, but got lugging in a little bit there, nearing the 3/16 pole. I thought My Tai One On was just going to go ahead and pack it in right there. A couple horses go by, but watch this horse. He kind of angles out, comes back again on the left lead, but very game to get the place over a horse that should have gone right on by My Enigma, kind of a stone-cold closer. So that's encouraging. A lot of heart there. I was against that horse last time out, I thought, at a short price. He's going to be tough right back, as you talked about earlier. Not a whole lot of stone-cold speed in race number 9. Maybe more abundance will go out, but it might tie one on will, I think, be right up to the front today. I like the 9, though, Cobb, for Mark Reed. This horse got the turf last time out. Encountered trouble, had speed leaving the gate, had to shuffle back into the turn, shifted out with a big, bold, sustainable run. I like Cobb to go ahead with that outside post, go ahead and stalk the pace and grind them down through the final furlong.
I like him. I respect him. It's a big step up from that first level allowance to the 2 other than allowance today. He catches a salty group. I use him in my top 4. The 7 Miners Quest won this condition 2 starts ago right here at Laurel Park. Stepped up to 3 other than allowance condition last out, and I was a little too tough. Back in this 2 other than he's in for the tag. So this 7-year-old, he's won this condition before. He'll get a nice stalking trip from the 7 hole with the Bug Boy. I like the 7 Miners Quest here at a decent price.
And he floats away at a price in here, no doubt, Stan. I'll also toss in the 2 Granda Flora. Second time here for Claudio. Out of that same race, Miners Quest comes in the June 9th race with Square Shooter, who's red hot now for Englehart. Maybe he takes a little bit further off the pace. Maybe he was a little too close, just flattened out last time out. I was surprised he didn't move on.
All right, so nice 2 other than allowance turf sprint there in race 9. Here we go with the 10th and final race. A maiden claiming 25,000. Filly mares 3 and up. 5.5 furlongs on the Exceller turf course rail at 70 feet. I like the inside and outside horses in this race. Mario Pino on the 1. Kuznetsov for trainer Jerry Robb. Good second against maiden 42 starts ago. beaten favorite last out behind Alchimura, who would come right back. Alchimura came back and won a stake race last Saturday,
Those
right?
two ran 1-2.
That's the John Stevens filly knocked me out of my pick 5 in the first leg last Saturday.
No.
Whew, I wasn't close in that. I was 4 deep in that race, and Alchimura out of this maiden special weight comes up and wins the stake last Saturday. But a big class relief today for the one Kuznetsov in for the 25. Great Notion filly. Has some early speed, and she's going to need to use a little early speed to get Pinot in good position early on here.
She kind of almost looks too good, doesn't she? If she comes away cleanly, it looks like Peen will go ahead and nurse her. I don't see anybody with kind of any of the speed to attack her on the front end. But Altamar, Virginia Fable come back around 1-2 and enticing Gilpin. That's good enough for me on a little drop back to 25. Use the 9 Kitten's Friend we talked about was claimed for races, like that Virginia bred race last time, but just never really got involved. Slight run after a trouble break, flattened out a little bit, but I think looks like to me the main competition for the one Kuznetsov.
I use the 11 in my exactor. You get a top rider, Daniel Centeno, on this 4-year-old filly for Donnie Barr. Good second at this level last out. Looks like Donnie has a rounding into good form. She'll get a trouble-free trip on the outside today with one of our best grass riders, Daniel Centeno, on the 11 Nightmare.
So a good thing is you can say she looks like she's improving kind of each and every start. Private Drama got away with the lead that race and just kind of dictated the whole way around. Similar situation today. And I think the one is a little bit better horse than Private Drama.
All right, that's it. We're out of time. Nice big field there in race 10. Beautiful weather today, tomorrow, and Sunday. A little hot. That's all right. We have the AC cranked up there in the Garden Terrace, Tips and Tycoons. We're ready for you to come out here and take a shot, get a big score. Maybe that super high 5 might get big today, and maybe we'll get a pick 6 or carry over this weekend. They keep hitting it. They keep hitting it every day here.
they hit it like we had a double or something like that. They've just been nailing it down. But I jump in on these multi-race bets today. I think your pick 3s and pick 4s hold a lot of value. Some good competitive racing on tap for this Friday card.
All right, Dave Rodman. He's coming up next with today's scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.